Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside David Jones. We'll be with you as always, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. A lot to talk about. NFL draft coming up tonight.
Yeah. Tonight,
tomorrow, and Saturday. Who is going to be taken from Auburn? It looks like, of course, Roger McCreary, I think, smoked Monday. Where, if at all, will Jacoby McClain get out? I mean, you would think that guy is a football player. He is an excellent football player, but, he does have some size limitations as far as linebackers is concerned. Where will he end up going if he ends up going? We'll look back at some draft statistics. Every SEC player taken since 2000. So where does Auburn rank as far as the SEC? When you look at these numbers, it kind of puts in perspective where Auburn is as a program right now, and especially first-round draft picks. Those guys, those elite players that go on and do big things in the NFL are just those that go on, that are taken in the first round of the NFL draft. We'll look at some of those numbers. We'll break those down a little bit. Some interesting news in basketball recruiting as well. We'll take a look at that. Softball run rules. Alabama State last night as they prepare to finish out their conference season. There's just a couple of more series left in the softball. Auburn getting ready, or we were talking before the show, more than likely Auburn probably already on their way to Knoxville. They're going to take on Tennessee tomorrow, first game of that three-game series, taking on the number one team in the country. So that should be very interesting. We'll talk about these things and much more, whatever your desire is today. Give us a call. 256-234-6221. Let us know what's on your mind. If you got any thoughts on these topics or you'd like to chime in on the discussion, by all means, let us know, and we would love to talk with you about it. David, good to see you today. As always, don't get much prettier days than we have today.
It's a fantastic day today. It's a beautiful day today, and glad to be back with you. Andy, we're going down to the Gulf Coast this weekend to watch grandkids play baseball and softball. So I'm going to have to hustle to try to watch these baseball games on my phone this weekend. Yeah. What a huge series coming up for Auburn baseball. A lot of speculation as to how good is Auburn. And after this series, people will be saying, about what we expected, maybe not as good as advertised, or if we go in there and sweep or win the series, it's like, hey, they just handled the number one team in the country. They got it going on. So very excited to watch that and see how that shakes out.
Go in there and win that series, man. That's you come out a totally different people looking at you and talking about this Auburn team in a completely different way.
Without a collapse, Andy, you just locked a regional up.
Oh, yeah. I don't think there's any doubt.
And man, how exciting would that be to get a regional and maybe even a super regional back in Auburn again? So, and they're selling out every baseball game. So, what a great problem to have if you can't get tickets. I think you can get those terrace tickets. I think they'll sell those until they cram as many people in there as they possibly can. But big weekend for Coach Thompson and the boys, and excited to see how that plays out.
I mentioned it yesterday. G.G. Jackson, elite junior prospect in the 2023 class. He did end up committing to North Carolina It was Duke, North Carolina. Auburn was in there as well. Georgetown, I think. But he ends up picking North Carolina. So Hubert Davis doing good work up there in Chapel Hill right now. Some other basketball news. Justin Powell, the former guard at Auburn, of course, ends up into the transfer portal, goes to Tennessee, in the portal again. This will be his sixth stop in 6 years. Sixth different school in 6 years, wherever he lands. There's one. Look, you could be a journeyman, okay, but this is kind of taking it to the extreme here.
There has to be a limit on this thing, man. It's absolutely
Now,
ridiculous.
in theory, he's going to have to sit out a year.
Yeah.
Because he's already transferred,
Well, I hope all his classes have transferred through all these places, Goodness.
This is dating back to high school as far as the transfers go.
Goodness gracious. And I was surprised that he left Auburn, but then after I saw what we had coming in this year, I was not surprised. And he didn't really get that much time at Tennessee this year.
Far less.
Yeah, absolutely. So
than you would have thought. He was actually getting really good minutes at Auburn until he was injured with the concussion.
Yes.
And that kind of put the kibosh on everything. But
very
nonetheless.
interesting, as the guy used to say on the old. What was that show?
Was that
very interesting. He was the military guy, the German guy.
Was that Laugh-In, or was it?
No,
no.
That might have been. I don't know.
Okay.
I can't remember.
It was one of. I don't.
You'll
know.
have to look that one up for
maybe
me.
do that.
But very interesting again that he is on his way. So
Yeah, that's true. Rowan and Martin, weren't they? Weren't that?
Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In.
Okay. This is we're off on a tangent. I'm sorry.
We're in segment 5 already.
We miss out on G.G. Jackson, but Julian Phillips, the other 5-star recruit that was committed to LSU, that is up on now back in now is back as a prospect. 6'8", 200 pounds. He visited Auburn this past weekend. The visit went great. He said everything from the facilities to the campus is really nice. It's a lot more than expected, being my first time in Auburn. They are definitely one of the schools I'm considering right now. I've got a pretty good relationship with Coach Pearl and the rest of the staff. So, look, I think a lot of people feel like Auburn may be in the driver's seat here with Julian Phillips, and that would just yet be another big-time recruit to add to this class. We found out yesterday Trey Donaldson going to be focusing completely on basketball, not going to play football. So this class, all of a sudden, you add, you lose clearly Walker Kessler, you lose Jabari Smith, and now Dylan Cardwell and Alan Flanagan have put their names into the NBA draft. Now that doesn't, you've got until June 1st, I think, isn't it,
That's
to
correct.
remove your name, and the chance that, well, Dylan Cardwell is not going to be drafted in the first round. We know that for a fact. It's pretty certain that Alan Flanagan is not going to be drafted in the first round. So I don't anticipate either of those guys actually being drafted. So I would assume they will be back, but their names are in the NBA draft for what that's worth. But you got Johan Traore now coming in. You got Westry coming in, and you got Trey Donaldson coming in. So those are going to be pieces that can fit in pretty quickly there. If you would add somebody the caliber of Julian Phillips, we are really talking about not rebuilding but reloading.
Yeah. If it shakes out like this, that Dylan Cardwell and Flanagan come back, and you added one more, we'd be loaded for bear again. Absolutely. And Andy, the beauty of the rule change, where you can get that report card and know where you stand.
That's good for them.
I think it's a good thing because, let's be honest. You already said it. Neither one of those guys are going to be drafted in the first round. But
probably not the second.
Yeah, I wouldn't think. But to know where you stand and say, all right, look, I can take a chance on late second round or free agents, G League, or I can go back to Auburn. And that's clear as a bell after they get that report card from the NBA. So that's a good thing. So I don't blame Alan Flanagan and Dylan Cardwell just to stick their toe in the water to see where do I stand, and then I can make that decision. But they only have 1 month to do that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But they will get that. They will get that analysis, and I'm sure that they will. I think at one time Alan Flanagan was projected to be in the draft, maybe a second rounder. But
beginning
with the
beginning
injury,
of the year, we were talking about that.
the injury obviously put him behind.
Yeah.
And he never was able to come back and be the player, or at least take another step from where he was as a junior. So,
right.
or as a sophomore, I guess. I'm not sure. But so, he could work on it if he can get back and develop some more consistency and maybe get back on track and 100% come back from what that Achilles injury was before the season this past year. Perhaps maybe he could project to get to that next level and be have that NBA career. I'm sure he so desperately desires. But hopefully that will work out. But I think for everybody concerned, we're going to see Dylan Cardwell and Mr. Flanagan back.
Andy, when you look at the names that you have at the bottom of the script, Jared Harper, Bryce Brown, Austin Wiley, and Mustafa Heron all dipped their toes in the draft, all came back.
Yeah.
All of those guys came back.
They did. And it benefited them. Sure. I don't know about Heron, but it certainly benefited Harper and Brown. And it certainly benefited Austin Wiley and Auburn.
Absolutely.
For that matter.
Yes.
Don't go anywhere. We are just getting started on this edition of the Auburn Blitz. We'll be right back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
It's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Take your pick of the brand new Chevrolet Silverado Trail buses. The full-size pickups equipped for off-roading adventures. They're ready to roll. Now at Glenn Smith Chevrolet and discounted up to $5,000 off while they last. And you can get 0% financing on many new Chevrolet cars, trucks, and SUVs.
We have over 200 new and used vehicles on the ground or on the way. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you for about 45 more minutes left in today's show, brought to you each and every day by Russell Dewitt Center. They got 10 locations around central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Dewitt Center today. You'll be glad that you did. Ty says, did you see Keegan Thompson pitch last night? Yeah, I did, actually. Keegan came in with the Cubs. They actually beat the Braves last night 6-3. They had a 3-1 lead for forever. Keegan gave up 1 run. He pitched 3 innings, came in relief. Pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 run, walked 2, had 3 strikeouts. On the year, Keegan is 2-0. He has pitched 16 2/3 innings. He has a 0.54 ERA. That was his first earned run of the season last night. 17 strikeouts to only 5 walks.
That'll keep you in the show, baby.
So Keegan having a good year so far, off to a great start there with the Cubs in 2022. So congratulations to him. Hopefully that will continue. I was definitely rooting for him last night. The Braves ended up tying it off somebody else, the next guy that came in. So but then the Cubs got it done in extra innings. The old, let's put a runner on second. They've continued that this year, which, I like it because nobody wants to see a 16, 17, 18 inning game. I mean, especially not in April. So
that helps.
Get it over with in 10 innings, and that's fine. But it just seems like the Braves, it doesn't. Those extra innings are not kind to the Braves for whatever reason. They tend to struggle mightily with those. But nonetheless, congratulations to Keegan Thompson. Speaking of guys going to the next level, draft picks since 2000. Now this is just the SEC, but we'll talk about some of the teams that are ahead of Auburn around the country, but just in the SEC, Alabama, which you might expect, leading the pack here, 137 players taken in the NFL draft since the year 2000, 37 first-rounders.
Yeah.
How does that compare to Auburn? 80 total players taken from Auburn, only 10 first-rounders since the year 2000.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty large discrepancy.
Yeah, it is. And what are you going to do? I mean, that's just what we're dealing with right now. It's just a fact of the matter. Hey, did you and JJ talk about Emmert stepping down yesterday?
We talked a little bit about it.
Yeah. They were wearing that out on sports radio.
Oh, yeah?
Sirius XM. You're on the college station.
Well, I mean, and he's not going to be stepping down until like 2023, right? I don't know why you give.
Possibly.
I don't know why you give a year's notice.
Well,
like somebody's going to miss him.
Well, the word is, Andy, that they finally just said, look, dude, enough is enough. You have to go. Oh, but by the way, we're going to give you another year and 3 months, to continue this downward spiral of what I mean, look, let's be honest. I'm sorry to get off on this tangent, but I didn't get to talk about it yesterday.
Go right ahead.
If you had to study a failing business model, you could study the NCAA and it would be spot on for a failing business model.
Sure.
Just all the way around. And so why he's staying on and then he comes out with that statement about how proud he is of all the accomplishments that dude, are you serious right now? Okay, I step off my soapbox.
Well, who do you replace him with? I mean, how attractive is the position of the president of the NCAA? I mean, what power do you have? It's a joke. It's a joke.
It really is. You know what a guy on sports radio suggested yesterday?
Sankey. Yeah. Well, the only way he would take it is if he could really be in charge.
He's one of the few that we know that could save it, Andy. Mm-hmm. That could really, really do some things. I mean, this is going to have to be. You talking about strong hires? This is going to have to be one of the strongest, incredible hires that we've seen in sport in forever. With this next guy, good luck to him.
Good luck to him. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
What's the latest on Johnny Broome coming to Auburn? I think it's either or. It seems like that it's either or with him and Julian Phillips.
The kid from Tennessee went. Where's he going?
Hartfield. Did he go to West Virginia? He went somewhere.
Somewhere, not Auburn. I saw that.
Hatfield.
Broome. Look. If we had to add one more, Broome's my guy, because he's like Walker Kessler 2.0. I mean, not quite, but close.
Yeah,
and especially offensive. His repertoire offensively in the post, because you and I have talked about Walker. Look, I love Walker Kessler to death, but his offensive repertoire is the dunk.
Yeah.
Okay. Broome is much more accomplished with his offensive repertoire and things he can do around the basket. Not quite the shot blocker that Walker Kessler is, but still very strong. So if we could add one, who made that comment? I don't have that one.
Ty.
Yeah. Ty, if we could add one, that'd be my dude right there. I don't know. We'll see.
He's still out there as far as I know that, he hasn't signed with anybody, so I guess it's still up in the air. But it'll be interesting to see which direction Auburn goes in.
Yeah.
As far as what their needs are.
Yeah.
And then that's.
And Bruce has that figured out.
I trust in Bruce.
Absolutely.
All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with another segment of the Auburn Blitz right after these messages.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic, from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 30 more minutes in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate. For all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area as well as down there on the coast, give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com, bigfishlakemartin.com. We were talking about the NFL draft a little bit, draft picks since the year 2000. So we're talking a little bit over 20 years here. Alabama number 1, LSU number 2, closely behind 133 total picks. Florida 125, Georgia 124, Tennessee 84. So there's a pretty big drop off there. Alabama, LSU, Florida, and Georgia at the top. And then Tennessee with 84, Auburn with 80. So Tennessee actually with a few more, but they've had 15 first rounders to Auburn's 10. Texas A&M right there as well.
But Andy, the discrepancy is, even though LSU has only had 4 less draft picks since 2000, the discrepancy is in first round picks. Alabama with almost twice as many first-round picks, 20 for LSU, 37 for Alabama.
Yeah. And that's the biggest concern there. Looking at, I mean, how does Auburn fare as far as around the country? Teams with more draft pick: Penn State with 82, Clemson 84, Wisconsin 85, Notre Dame 91, Michigan 93, Oklahoma 101, Florida State 109, USC 112, Miami 119. Ohio State leads the nation with 140, and these actually 141. That is not including last year. So that, and 31 first rounders for them. Miami 30 first rounders for them. These on the outside of the SEC, those do not include last year's picks. So obviously that's an issue we keep talking about, and we always come back to. You got to have the players. You got to bring in, and it comes back to recruiting. So is this year going to bolster it for Auburn? Doesn't probably appear so.
And here's the other thing, Annie. You were talking about this. I think you and maybe been you and Randy about the portal. We're not going to get, unless something earth-shattering happens in the next 3 days. We're not going to get anything else out of the portal. So we're going to have to go with what we got this year. I do feel strongly about the next 2 years, what they're doing future classes. We're making some strides there, and that's yet to be seen. But as far as portal this year, unless we've got a couple of rabbits we're going to pull out of our hat, I don't think there's any more portal guys coming to Auburn. So we're going to have to work with what we got this year and hope for the best down the road.
It might get, it might get a little crazy as pretty much everybody has wrapped up their spring practice, but May 1st is approaching very quickly.
Yeah.
And so if it's going to happen, it better happen pretty soon if Auburn gets anybody. Like you said, I mean, an outside, an edge rusher or a wide receiver, there are still some out there, and I think even with, maybe some that are considering Auburn, but haven't heard anything concrete on that quite yet. But see, you're exactly right. And Malik Willis, who would have thought he's projected to be the first quarterback taken in the NFL draft.
Wow.
I mean,
let me scratch my head.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Unbelievable.
To be perfectly honest, I don't. Do you think he will be successful in the NFL? Does he look like an NFL quarterback to you?
He does to me. Well, here's the thing, Andy. It always comes down to who you end up with. Mm-hmm. What are their needs? What are they looking for in a quarterback? And they're not going to draft you if they don't think you're going to be the guy. So it will be interesting to see who he goes to, and will they give him every opportunity, every resource to be the guy. He can sling it. He can run. There again, and a lot of NFL teams are going to more of a college
That's true.
philosophy offensively, especially when you got some of your college guys. Who's the guy? Not Kansas City, Cardinals.
Oh, Kyler Murray?
Yeah, but the coach there. Is it Texas Tech? Yeah. Those guys are bringing a college mentality to the offense. And so it's an interesting, you got Tom Brady, he's not going to run that stuff. He's a traditional pro quarterback. But my point is this: it will depend on who takes him and what he's able to do with his skill set. So I'm pulling for him.
Oh, yeah. I wish him absolutely the best. I wish Auburn would have had a little bit more foresight and utilized his talents a lot more than they actually did.
That's why I scratched my head a minute ago.
Yeah. Roger McCreary, probably going to be a second rounder. I think they got him as the fifth cornerback or maybe 7th cornerback taken. That's at least the projection. You never know. These things are just projections at this point. Depending on how the draft falls, and maybe one team falls in love with him late, who knows. But Smoke Monday, he a pro?
I don't know. I hope so. But yeah, these projections, and you know, the first 15 or 20, they do a pretty good job with those projections. You get on down a little further where they got Roger. Some guys get picked where you go, who is this person? And then guys you thought were going to get picked slip further. So it's going to be interesting to watch.
Well, if
what time they come on tonight?
If a team needs a personal foul or something, Smoke Monday.
Smoke's the guy.
Smoke's the guy.
Or some trash talk, or yeah.
Yeah. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Hey guys, this is Nate Pass with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs. Or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, 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 Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you for about a couple more segments left in today's show, brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248, 256-397-0248. Eric McKinley, they are always looking out for your best interest, and they are always being proactive as far as what your needs might be. Go and check them out today. You'll be glad that you did. As we mentioned, Auburn softball team getting a run rule 5-inning game over Alabama State last night. Shelby Lowe gets the win. Good to see her having some success. She's kind of struggled with a tired arm or a sore arm. This year, they've kind of been very careful with her. That's one of the reasons that Auburn probably is not as successful as maybe they could have been. 37-10 on the year, doing really well, and I think 9-9 in the league. But with her not being able to go as much as Mickey Dean would like, a lot of it has fallen on Maddie Penta and KK Dismuke. So,
are you surprised they used her last night, Andy, or because they may need her this weekend, or maybe it was when she really needed to get 2 or 3 tune-up innings?
I think she only pitched, against Mississippi State. She only threw about 3 or 4 innings. So they probably, if her arm feels good, they run her out there for. She pitched 3 innings last night. And that's okay because Penta, I think, pitched in all 3 games this past weekend. So they'd like to give her a little bit of rest.
And who do we have this weekend?
Georgia, I believe, comes into town this weekend.
Comes into Auburn, okay.
Georgia, one of the better hitting teams in the SEC. So that's when you need some really stellar pitching.
Well, I'm going to tell you this as far as baseball is concerned. Don't be surprised this weekend if we have an opportunity to win any 3 of those games, to see Skipper and Burkhalter on the back end, all 3 of them.
That was a winning formula this past weekend.
Let's pray that we're in that position, and I feel good about that. I do.
I mean, it all depends on how Friday night goes.
Right.
That sets the tone for it, and that probably depends. Has a great degree of depending on what happens in that game, because Hayden Mullins has been your Friday night starter.
Yeah.
If he can go 5 innings, if he can give you 5 strong innings and you're in the game within 2 or 3 runs, then that allows you to, and not to mention the fact that if he can go further than that, that'd be wonderful. But if you can just get 5 innings from him, then you don't have to pitch Carson Skipper more than, say, an inning or 2. Mm-hmm. If you could kind of bridge that gap. If he has to end up going, if Carson Skipper has to take over in the 4th and he pitches 3 or 4 innings, it's not going to happen.
No. Yeah.
But if you can limit his innings to that, just one or 2 innings.
Well, hopefully if we could get a bridge guy to come in there.
Yeah.
And give us 2 more or 3 more. I can't wait for the Sunday game, Andy. Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah.
Against whoever they throw out. And they've been tearing the cover off the baseball.
Well, they've been – Tennessee's pitching is stellar as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, if that Sunday game, if we're tied 1-1 with them, I'd almost get in the car and drive up to Knoxville to see that one. I can't But if I wasn't down on the Gulf Coast, I might do that. That's going to be incredible. And none of these games are on television. Is that correct? Do we know?
Surely they are. Yeah, I think the first two are.
Are they? Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
If I can't remember now, but
I can't imagine why they wouldn't be.
Yeah, I would. That wouldn't make a whole lot of sense.
This has got to be the premier series in the country.
If you can take a lead into the this ninth inning, you feel pretty good as an Auburn fan. You can't. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything more to put Blake Burkhalter on the mound with a lead. So
he's
the way
almost.
He's been pitching.
You remember back in the days when we played wiffle ball, and we had all these crazy pitches. Burkhalter throws some stuff. It's almost like hitting a wiffle ball. It's just insane. So I keep saying it. Big weekend for Auburn baseball. At 30, we're at 30 wins now. So, and softball as well. And I hope that Miss Lowe can get healthy.
Yeah,
for the stretch run.
Yeah, absolutely. That would make a big difference as far as Auburn's chances moving forward. We mentioned it earlier this week. It was more than likely a possibility. I think it's official now. Marquise Robinson going to be back with Auburn this summer, going to rejoin the team. That's one of those JJ and I talked about, ESPN statistics kind of came out. 54%, only 54% of guys that enter the transfer portal end up going and go to another school and on financial aid.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lesson, I think 10% or less end up coming back, but the rest, just don't find a home.
Yeah.
And
some of them are just quitting school.
Yeah.
That's tragic.
That's.
I love Harson's comments. Andy, read those comments that Harson made about Marquise.
So we're getting Marquise back into the mix. We'll see where he's at. We enjoy having him on the team, and we think he's a guy that can help us.
That's good. And I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad to see him
Oh,
back.
yeah, absolutely. I think that was a place, that's a position that Auburn needs all the depth that they can get. And having him back as a true sophomore and a guy with that was a 4-star recruit that has a lot of talent, that's a position of need.
It's a plus, absolutely.
All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz right after these messages.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our best rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare. Serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. David and Andy here with you for one more segment. It's been a fun show. Appreciate all of you out there joining us each and every week on the air every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, right here, WOTM or WAXC TV. You can always dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page. That's Sports with a Z.
And Andy, I won't be here Monday. I'll be down watching the grandbabies.
We'll miss you, David.
Play softball. Ella has a game Monday night. Ella Claire, one of my granddaughters.
How old?
Ella's, I think Ella's 8.
What are we talking?
No,
Coach
they're
pitch?
they're into the real deal now.
Real, okay.
Yeah. Now, they don't throw a lot of strikes.
What does she pitch?
I'm sorry?
I mean, what does she play? What position she play?
She's a pitcher.
Okay.
But I don't know what
We're
else
talking
she plays.
fast or slow?
It's not that fast.
Okay.
Well, it's fast pitch.
It is fast pitch.
It's not
Okay.
fast pitch. But and then my grandson Sammy, who plays t-ball in Mobile, he's 5.
So basically, they just chase the ball around.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting weekend of youth sports, but chance to get back down there. But yeah, we'll miss you Monday. I'll be back next Thursday.
All right. Well, welcome. Have a good time and enjoy them while you can, for sure.
Absolutely.
While they're small, because they grow up quick. That's for sure.
Yep.
It is April the 28th, as we mentioned, NFL draft tonight. But on this day, way back when, 1956, Frank Robinson hit his first of 586 career home runs. Frank Robinson, one of the greats of all time. 1987, Vinny Testaverde taken as the first pick in the NFL draft. 1987 by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Vinny had a long, stellar career in the NFL.
Those were the years
years
for Miami, right?
Oh, man.
The golden years. Yep.
Yeah. Vinny, of course, played Penn State in that 1986 national championship game. Got beat.
Yep.
I think Vinny threw 4 or 5 picks in that game. It turned out to be a harbinger of his career because he threw a ton of interceptions in the NFL. 2007, Jamarcus Russell taken as the first pick in the NFL draft by the Raiders. That didn't work out too well.
Did not work out. Did not.
No, not too much of a career for
Jamarcus. Is, I think he's back in Mobile. He's helping out at Williamson High School.
Okay.
Coaching the quarterbacks there at Williamson. Yeah.
And 2011 on this day, Cam Newton taken as the first pick in the NFL draft by the Carolina Panthers. Good career for Cam.
Is he done, Andy?
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's just I don't know how much he's just got. I just don't think he's got anything left.
No.
Just too much wear and tear on the body.
He's a big guy, Andy. We loved him at Auburn, obviously, but he wasn't afraid to tuck it and run. And those hits that you take in the NFL, a lot of these guys, they don't want to be hit. Tom Brady don't want anybody to touch him. But, Cam, he lowered his shoulder and just.
Well, it seemed like there was a double standard. I mean, they protected every quarterback, it seemed like, except him and some of the other guys that were, a little bit more apt to run. He took a lot more shots than, say, a Tom Brady or a Ben Roethlisberger.
His body's saying, Cam, you're done.
Yeah. But NFL MVP, went to led the Panthers to the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
He had a great career for sure.
Yeah.
Happy birthday on this day, Lionel Barrymore, Mr. Potter from It's a Wonderful Life.
Dick into Drew?
I think probably grandfather.
Okay.
Great-grandfather, maybe.
All right.
Oscar Schindler, the man who the movie is based upon, Schindler's
List. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great, tremendous human being, saved a lot of Jews during the Holocaust. Carolyn Jones, she played Morticia Addams on the Addams Family.
Oh.
1930. Anne Margaret. I always thought her last name was Margaret, but actually Anne Margaret is that's just one name.
You're famous when everybody knows you by your
This is true. And she's still kicking. 1941, she was.
Wow.
Bruno Kirby, not still kicking. He was in The Godfather. Okay. He played the young Clemenza. He was in City Slickers with Billy Crystal.
What did he play in City Slickers?
He was the guy with the mustache.
Oh, okay.
Him and Daniel Stern and Billy Crystal.
I thought the cowboy, the old dude in that movie, was awesome.
Jack Palance?
Yeah.
Yeah. He is. He's pretty good. Jay Leno, happy birthday today, 1950. So that would make him, 72? Hal Sutton, he won the PGA Championship in 83, I believe. Mm-hmm. Barry Larkin, Barry Larkin was like the greatest. He was going to be one of the greatest of all time. He had a great career, but I don't think he ever quite achieved the level that everybody thought he was headed toward.
Yep.
But a really, really good shortstop for the Reds for a lot of years. John Daly. What can you say about John Daly? Two-time major champion, British and the PGA. Too Short, one of David's favorite rappers.
That's was he with NWA?
I'm not sure. He was a West Coast guy though.
Yeah. Too Short. I had some former players that used to listen to Too Short.
Is that right? Yeah. He was very popular one time.
Yeah.
Bridget Moynihan, baby mama of Tom Brady.
Wow. Okay. All right.
She's on that Blue Bloods.
Yeah.
Jorge Garcia, he was on Lost. Very portly. Hurley. You never watched Lost, did you?
No.
Great show. Penelope Cruz, lovely. Josh Howard, basketball player.
Yeah.
Another lovely woman, Jessica Alba. Apparently she's like a billionaire now, too.
What's she invest in?
She's created this business. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
She's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. He's David. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. Talk to you soon.